Hey, we just finished up the set of steps at the water plant. It was only about 1 o'clock, so we have a little bit of time left in the day. I grabbed my oldest excavator, the 303.5. Great running machine. I wish I could use it more, but we always grab the newer machines. You know how that goes. What we're getting into on this project is we're tearing out these strips of driveway and we're going to put them back in the same way. It's a really nice look. The grass in between them. I think I've only done this one other time in 35 years. We're just going to dig out the strips and put them back in, keeping grass all around it. And then back here, we're going to connect it up in front of the garage door, bring it over here, and the homeowners are going to go ahead and build a set of steps coming down. There were steps there, they took them out. Now we're going to concrete it and they'll put new steps back in. A couple other things going on back here. We're going to saw cut the bottom of this Bilco door off, or not Bilco door, basement access area. Re-concrete that, and then they'll get a new door for on top of there, as well as a big patio back here. So Jim's going to start taking those steps out, and we're going to take a panel out of that fence, lay our traction mats, come in and probably come right up that mulch bed, do all of our digging. We can load the truck back there. We'll get to that tomorrow. Today, a couple hours left, I'm going to go ahead and dig out this driveway. Okay, I'm about halfway done with the driveway. We threw all that extra debris in up here, so next load should be a lot lighter. Just keeping that on deck for our cleanup. Check out what the guys are working on back here. Rebuilding the stairwell. How you guys making out?
Good. The bugs are driving me nuts.
The bugs? At least it's not ants.
Yeah. Or spiders.
Alright, some new forms. Looks like it cut pretty nice.
Yeah. You take that level T a little bit.
I wonder what did I get into. So we're doing a set of steps here, and we were debating on leaving this composite material on for our first step. And then we started looking into it. This is all rotted in here. They didn't put any type of waterproofing in here, so we're going to take it off and see what kind of damage is going on. We can pull these 2x4s off and get some thickness there and do this all in concrete after we put waterproofing in. Had they have done waterproofing prior, maybe this could be avoided, or maybe it was rotted before they even got here. But regardless, I think they should have put some waterproofing on before they put their decking boards on. Just my thoughts. Just pulled that composite off. You can see this is full of pine needles, maple leaves, oak leaves, seeds, spiders. So I'm going to take this off, sawzall these off. I'll leave a little bit of this 2x4 material on this band. We'll do some blocking under here, and I might pull this outer one off. We still have, I can feel underneath there, there's a triple 2x10 across there. and then we'll encase it all in concrete. Yeah, we'll get that tightened up. So here's what's going on. I cut these back so that my concrete will go underneath this threshold, but these are still sitting on this band. They're holding the weight of this door. It's a subfloor that's been raised up. So I just have an extra long blade in my Sawzall. Still setting on solid. We're going to get blocking to go from 2x4 to 2x4. Get it all waterproof. So we just put some blocking in here. Ice and water shield, or waterproofing right in there. Elliot broke the Sawzall blade, so we have to do this one tomorrow. That's how we're going to leave it for tonight. We have to pour a driveway in the morning, and then we'll be back here second thing to do a prep and get ready for a pour probably on Friday. See you then. We are there now. Okay, getting some lumber on the ground. Just had to widen our ditches out to do our 2-foot wide double run driveway. So as they get this set up, I'll show you what I got going on around back. Okay, I'm just attaching a board under here to take up this void. My masonry bit for the tap cons. This one was broke. That's why I put in another one. Okay, so that's good. Both sides. Okay, with Steve's help, I just took a saw blade off of this end. Lift it up high too. Okay, Steve's helping me with our and we were arguing how to say that. Texture flash, water membrane, waterproofing membrane.
So you said it the way I told you to say it then?
Yeah. So you pull this paper off the back, and it's real sticky. So we just want to hold it below our board that we just put on.
Am I going on top of that?
You're going to you a little bit right about there. And just get it nice and straight. Stick a little bit on, and then go ahead and continue pulling the plastic off. What do you need?
I'm not going to be able to make this corner.
I could give you a little bit more. You want to?
Yeah.
Ready?
Yep.
Go ahead. Like that? Yeah. And you're better off not having rubber gloves on doing this, because the rubber gloves stick to it too much. And you spend more time trying to get your hand to unstuck. But you can see how I just mold it right in to this corner. We have two pieces. Notice how we overlapped it so that any water runs down this, it'll go over the seam, not behind it. So this one we want to get right up underneath of our threshold. now. It's fully protected now. I'll go ahead and cut a little piece for in this corner and get this all protected here. That corner's pretty good. I might just do a little wraparound piece right here. We can always trim that off later. Okay, last look, I cut a nice little patch in these corners, tucked it up underneath there real good, as well as on this side here too. Okay, I'll go ahead and get my sill ready to go on. Probably 2 steps down to patio height. Okay, Steve was just working on this pad here. A little bit of debris he dug out by hand, not a whole lot. The guys are getting stone in. Oh, they already got stone in. So just took it right out of the back of the truck with wheelbarrows and brought it up. That's the only way you're going to fit in this little path. Now they're just connecting to the street. It's nice out here in the shade.
Find the shade.
A little bit steep here, but that's how it was before. It's just rolling it right down to that street walk onto the street. Okay, so from the corner of the house, 20 feet out, 20 feet over, 20 feet back, this is all a stamped patio. So I'm going to start digging this debris. We'll stockpile it over there, and I'm going to gravel some stone. Bring some stone in and stone this side, and then I can put the debris in the truck. We only have 1 truck down here today. Okay, that's how we're going to leave this for today. We'll be back in the morning to pour this. Couple more rebar. Notice how they brought this down the hill. We're just going to soften that out when we pour it. We're not going to make it real peaky like that. That way a car will roll over it nicer. But Tom made all of these points exactly the same back from the street, so it looks the same. Coming up here, just showing you our rebar that we're going to put in here. I don't really think we need more than that. Maybe 1 more piece all the way through here. Maybe 2 more pieces. And what the heck, maybe 1 more in there. So we'll be back in the morning with another load of stone. Everything's on deck. If we leave those traction mats in the grass overnight, it kills the grass. So we just put them somewhere where it's out of the way, not going to harm anything. This was real soft, so I dug it down a little bit deeper than normal. We have about 1 foot of limestone we're going to put in there. So since we're going that thick, we have the tamper right there in the buggy, and we're going to go ahead and tamp that. All right, see you in the morning. So it is always something, new equipment or old equipment, I don't care. Something always breaks. This is the throttle cable for our power buggy. We were using it for stone yesterday and it broke, and we needed it for today to bring the concrete in. So I'll take credit for this idea. I came up with this. So I tied a string right to the carburetor throttle linkage. I ran it through here and tied it off onto the throttle lever. So that's how we used it yesterday. We're going to see how long this string stays on here. I ordered a new cable. Whenever it comes in, I'll try and get it on as quick as I can. But I wanted to see how long this string stays on there. Yeah, how's the old saying go? There's nothing as permanent as a temporary fix. So we're going to see if that applies here. Funny start to the day. I figured I'd open today's video with that. So we're getting ready. Concrete's due any minute for that. And we're going to go ahead and finish grading this and get this poured today as well. Set up. I ran 3-inch screws into our band board. We put tie wire around that, twist it real tight so it doesn't come off. Go down, come over, twist it right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. No bracing needed out here. It's all out of our way. After the pour, we take cutters, cut these wires. This part can stay in the concrete. We tuck it down in so it doesn't rust and leave a rust mark coming down the surface. That's how we do all the steps. You just, if you're going to try it, make sure you twist these tight. These cannot come off during the pour. That's what we're looking for right there. Right like that. Okay, last step to go. So we added a couple rebar up here, one across there. I'm going to put one more here. Mixer is mixing. We're just going to pick these up as we go because we have to wheelbarrow concrete right up here. Okay, underway pouring. It's just going to be a slow process wheeling that concrete up these strips. So I'll put you on time lapse. If I think of anything important to say, I'll go ahead and say it. Okay, pour went good. On to edging. Gonna start doing cut layout. And we got the patio coming shortly. Okay, I could knock it back to the camera. We just had to go and get this done. There's my cut layout. Just off center. I wanted to come off of this corner. So I got a cut there. They have steps coming down. So that cut will either be just in front of the steps or under it. Probably just in front of it. Good relief off of this section here. This is 2 foot wide. These are 3'6" long all the way down. Everything's rubbed up, re-edged, reopened. Be brooming in minutes.
Jim, what?
Okay, starting to broom out here. The last stuff that was in the truck is ready to broom first. It built up heat in there. It was just a slow pour. So that stuff sets up quicker. So I'm gonna go find a feathering brush and touch up those edges and move around back. Okay, Steve's just putting the final touches on this. Just a light broom right around that, rubbed up the face real good. Looks like you could do that for a living, Steve.
It'd be nice if I got paid for this.
Yeah, maybe someday. Maybe someday. All right, the other Steve is getting stone in here. So we're gonna go ahead and give this a tamp, get our rebar grid in, be ready in minutes. Probably one more bucket there, and we're good. Okay, here comes our last buggy. Can't do that with a pumper truck. Okay, since this is our majestic Ashlar stamp patio, we want to make sure we're perfectly square. 20 feet by 20 feet, 20 feet, 20 feet. So our diagonal measurement should be 28 foot 3 inches, corner to corner. Same tape measure, switching corners. Any luck at all? What's that say, Matt?
28.3.
Perfect. Okay, good. So lastly, we just have to string this form, and we had it in here. We know it was close, so that didn't change our number at all. How do we tie that string off? Show you a quick, easy way. See how easy this releases? So Matt just takes it, makes a loop, about 3 or 4 or 5 twists, then he'll feed it and pull it. Okay, nice and tight. Then it comes off real easy. When the mixer gets there, we're going to bring the concrete down with our buggies right up over our ramp, right into place. 1, 2, 3 more rebar coming on the mixer. That crunching you're hearing is me. I'm just eating an energy bar. This is all stripped and sealed. So we'll go down in a minute and fluff this dirt in, make it look a little bit better. They're still going to need some landscaping around it, but we don't want to leave it too much of a mess. Take all the boards off, get them to the street, give them a quick scrape, and load. That way we're not leaving too much of a mess laying around for anybody to trip on. Get it loaded and ready for the next job. Okay, no easy way around it. We just have to shovel the concrete into that step. We'll bring it in the power buggies right up and over our ramp. Right in front of the step, pick up the rebar and shoveling. All right, I got to join in, go to time lapse, and I'll talk to you in a minute. Okay, steps went good, stayed nice and straight. Whew, now I can breathe. As soon as I'm done straight edging. Steve's doing the bull floating. We hit it both ways. Heck, we may not even have to get on that. Well, we have to get on and address those steps. So why not? We'll see what happens. But I'm really happy that these steps didn't push off of the house. Those wire ties work good. You just got to make sure they're tight around that screw. If it pulls off that screw, it could start a chain reaction. Boom, 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 boom. Everyone comes sliding down. It's happened. Hopefully not too often. Here it is, t-shirt contest. I know I need to get a couple mailed out, but why not? Let's do one more. One time I was pouring a garage, a 24 by 24 garage, and it had a 4-foot high back wall, and it all blew out, ran down through the neighbor's yard. We had to shovel it into wheelbarrows, throw it into a pickup truck, haul it away, call for more concrete. It was a total disaster. Job turned out horrible. I want to say I was probably 21 at the time. So I learned a lot since then. So here's the t-shirt contest. For you concrete pouring people out there, give me your worst nightmare of a pour. That's a good one, right? Good one. Okay, so worst nightmare, pouring just never ends, everything goes wrong. Let's hear some of that footage, and I'll send it to my crew here, and we'll come up with a winner. That should be a fun one. Loading up the traction mats. You can see how nice it keeps that yard. All right, how's it going, Steve? Looking good. We won't even have to get on this, just right in front of those steps. We'll be stamping in no time. Get this weekend started.
Almost.
Doing anything fun this weekend?
On the sidewalk and some steps.
Pouring concrete.
Getting ready for vacation.
Oh, that's coming up. Okay. That's our big blue. It's a 12-inch Fresno. Puts a real nice finish. Rounded corners, doesn't leave any lines. Well, almost never. So while Steve's doing that, I'm just going to edge this, and I'll take care of this edge at the same time. Okay, landscaper showed up next door, caution tape up, fluffed up the dirt around the edges. Now the homeowners can take it from there if they want, or they can get a landscaper in here. Tomorrow, cleaning, possibly coloring. We're talking about leaving it flat gray look. I don't believe we've ever done that. But whatever they want, it'll look real nice with the contrast of the house. So we'll see what happens. Either no antiquing, or I was thinking a touch of storm gray on there. See you in the morning. Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Saturday morning. I just gave it a little bit of time. It's about 7:30. I didn't want to come down and saw cut too early. The houses are pretty close together here, but I need to get it done before the temperature gets up, before that concrete cracks. So I'm just gonna head back. I'll just set the camera down and start filming. I won't do any talking. I have to chalk a couple of lines, saw cut it, clean it, and possibly just seal. We may add some storm gray to it, but we might be done as soon as I saw cut it and clean it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. This is my cut layout. About 8-foot by 7-foot pads here. I came out just in front of the step and put a chalk line. I'm going to saw cut this group of mortar joints as well as off the corner. It always wants to crack off of these corners and center these big steps. So I don't know if you can see it right here. I put a pencil line out, just squared down. So I come out center of the door, transferred out here, transferred down, transferred up. Now here you just got to look at it a little bit. You can see how that's not sitting real true. So just continue that all the way down, stand back and look at it. Looks real nice. So that got me down to the deck. I'll put a cut right here. So I'll go ahead and get this cut. Talk to you in a little bit. Okay, so I just cleaned the saw off. I just spray all that debris out of there before it hardens up. So I got quite a mess going on here. Now I'll just use a hand grinder and cut these steps, as well as that little bit right there. I need to finish that one, and I'll use the hand grinder there, as well as right here. I just need to get this connected up. I want that to go all the way to the edge. Yeah, there it is. I'll cut in. Here's what I want to show you, which is very, very important. See this white material in the seam of this rock? All that needs scrubbed off. If you seal on top of that, it'll look good for about a month, and then this will come right back. All that whitening underneath there. So it's real easy. Power wash it off. And I'm only at about half throttle. I'm not full throttle or hurting the concrete. Just a nice light wash. And I'll hit every stone. You can see how fast that goes. Really flushing out these pull cuts real good. Get all that dust out of there. See that whiteness on there? It just takes it right away. So once I get done, I'll hit this with a push broom. Stiff bristled plastic push broom, and give it a scrub, re-cleaning. Okay, Patio is all power wash clean. In the shade here, you might be able to see this white residue that just is laying there. Next, I need to scrub this off. Stiff bristled broom. Nice quick scrub. Okay, there it is, all done and sealed. Everything went real good. I used a leaf blower to dry it all off. It dried real quick in that sun. 75% in the sun, a little bit of shade back there, but even that dried real quick. So we didn't add any color. All done. See you on the next one, everybody.